a figure with a hood on it. As it pulls the hood off of them, suddenly the chains that are around this person, they start to and start to be pulled into the 4 different corners of the room. What? Who are you?
I take their conch.
You see a thing that says, play me.
I put it to my ear to listen.
This man you probably don't recognize, though he has been a servant under your stead for years. You must pull upon one of these chains, holding it from continuing. The chain has spikes upon it that will pull and claw at your hands.
These hands are the moneymakers. I can't do anything to injure them, but...
Are you serious?
Let me try something.
Welcome, travelers, to City of Town, an improvised day-and-day adventure. I'm Casey.
And I am Michael. And an improvised Dungeons & Dragons adventure is an adventure that Casey and I are going to go on the spot. No prep work, no character sheets, just infinite amounts of dragon slaying and infinite amounts of D&D improv fun.
That's right. Now, every adventure is around 60 minutes, and you do not have to have seen every other adventure that came before, because each and every episode is completely standalone.
You also do not have to have read all the Dungeons & Dragons rulebooks, because we loosely base everything off D&D 5e, but we never stress about following the rules. We never go and check the player's handbook to see the way that flanking works. We never go and check the Tasha's Cauldron of Everything for the finer points of the Artificer class.
True.
We make up spells. We make up feats. We butcher the backstories of species and characters. Because we're just about D&D, improv, D&D, and fun.
That's right. Now, we use 2 dice over here at City of Town. We use the D20 for all attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks. We use the D6 for everything else we come up with along the way. You'll know it when you see it. You'll see it when you know it.
And every good Dungeons & Dragons adventure, because there are some bad ones, every good
howdy.
one has a dungeon master and a player. You
Yeah.
ever seen those ones where they try to do it with just players?
It's crazy. I mean, the world, talk about, doesn't make any sense.
Nope, not at all.
No.
We don't make that mistake here at City of Town. We always
way.
have at least one of each.
That's right. Now, Michael, who's going to be our dungeon master today?
I think that we should make the construction guy outside the dungeon master.
Too.
I think he wants to be involved very heavily and dictate what's happening here today.
To be completely honest, I don't think you guys are even going to hear it.
I don't think so either. But
for
boy, is
us,
it distracting.
it's torture.
Yeah, it's torture. Sounds like he's sawing into metal. But anyways, today's dungeon master will be none other than the effervescent Casey Dunn.
Woo! I'm so effervescent today.
That was the only
I really
adjective
was
I could
feeling
think of.
that today.
The only positive adjective I could think of.
Wow. That's the only one when you look at me of positivity.
No, I just mean in general. I didn't mean
I
that,
think
like,
it was
you...
a slight.
Oh.
I'm taking it as a slight whether you meant it or not.
Well, I called you a good, nice word.
I'm just putting that little chip on my shoulder.
Okay, you
I'm
enjoy
gonna take that into the
little
adventure.
Pringles on your shoulder.
Yeah. And that means that, Michael, you are going to be our wonderful player.
Oh, thank you so much.
Now, Michael, are you ready to go on an epic adventure?
I am.
Well,
The only question is, will the construction man let us?
I will go out there and see to it if he tries to stop us.
Well, see here. Put them up. You got 2 Dungeons & Dragons boys here that want
That's
to play.
right. The toughest of the toughest. Those who are battle-tested. Anyways, you may begin your action first. I'm always a gentleman when it comes to fights, Michael.
Yeah, that's how it should be.
I give myself disadvantage.
I make them roll initiative and then I kick them in the balls while they're looking at the dice.
Wow. That's just the kind of rogue you are. Mm-hmm. But anyways, let's start our adventure, because our adventure begins, as all great adventures do, with you strapped into a chair. You find yourself unable to see as suddenly lights turn on all around you, and you hear a voice within your head.
Welcome, Insidious. You have been a plague upon this land. You have stolen from the innocents. But today, we'll see if the innocents steal from you. Within your stomach is currently a key. That key is what you will need to unlock the belt around your neck. That belt is tied to a chain. That chain is attached to a lever. That lever will slowly turn over the next 60 seconds, and if you are unable to get that lock off of your neck in time, you will become one of those you despised most, the loathsome peasants you so aimlessly served.
As you hear this mechanism start to turn up.
I say,
As you, Count Insidious, feel the belt around your neck start to tighten.
well, this certainly is rude.
As this belt starts to, tighten, are you going to do anything to try to free yourself?
Yeah, I'm going to Misty Step out of this. And also not take the key with me. So that the key's just here when I Misty Step out of this.
Yeah, you absolutely attempt to Misty Step.
Okay.
However, I'm going to need you to make an Arcana check, and
Arcana? That's a skill that I'm rather versed in. That's a 4.
you got a 4?
I got a 4 on my Arcana check.
What happened?
I'm distracted, chap.
I thought that was
There's a lot going on, you know.
Oh, okay. I thought that I was like on autopilot because I just assumed you were gonna pass that. It wasn't like it was that high of a check, and like I thought your guy was good at Arcana. Okay. Well, you feel that this belt has some type of magical prevention properties to it that do not enable you to easily get out, as you've wasted a bit of time and you start to feel it choking you.
Did it stop me from getting out of everything, or did it just stop me getting out of the belt?
The belt's actually all you're tied to.
Oh, I thought I thought I was tied to the chair.
You're tied. Well, no, you're just tied to the. Sorry, I did say that. But
I thought I was tied to the chair and I had the belt around my neck.
no, your hands are free.
Oh, my hands are free.
Yeah, and there you actually notice that right next to the chair is a knife.
Well, bugger that. And I take my finger and I stick it down my throat to engage my gag reflex.
Okay.
You created this situation. You get to watch me vomit up this key now.
Okay.
That's my punishment to you.
Go ahead. And you know. Yep. So you're working at it. Let's have you do a Constitution save.
Do I want to fail the Constitution save?
I don't think so. No,
That's
I think
a natural one.
I think it was you trying to own over your own, but you start to put your finger in, and you're a royal, man. You're not used to dealing with pain. In fact, you've adamantly worked for years to avoid pain. As you start to touch
This is mighty uncomfortable.
yeah, and you just like are immediately like, I can't do it. As the belt it like pulls on you even tighter,
And
as you only have 30 seconds left.
What's the belt is like leather?
Yeah, it's like it's leather.
Uh,
I'm not gonna get. Yeah, it's brown leather.
I look at the
You
knife.
notice that the brown leather is actually from some type of hide that you're unfamiliar with. You can roll a nature check if you'd like, but it will waste time.
I am rather familiar with different types of leather, but now's not the time. I want to see if I think that knife is trapped. Do I see like anything like attached to it? Like, am I gonna pull it up and then it's gonna like shoot out an arrow at me or some shit?
You don't notice any. Well, go ahead and do a perception check. Why not?
That's a 2.
Whoa. Is your guy okay? I mean,
No.
he's strapped to it. I guess he's strapped into
It's been a tough day.
Yeah, okay.
I just woke up. I went to sleep and I woke up here.
I'm sorry, bro. You have no clue.
I'm disoriented.
You.
I grabbed the knife.
Okay. Yeah. You don't notice that anything happens.
I want to cut the leather.
Okay. You start cutting at it as time is ticking down. You only have 15 seconds left. 10 seconds. You start to cut. It's maybe making headway as it suddenly restricts on you, and then you cut through at the last second as the belt flies away.
Ha! You thought your trap was too good for me. I showed you.
There is silence within the room as suddenly a door on the opposite side opens up, beckoning you forth.
Anyone there? Are you the ones who trapped me here? If you are, you'll have to deal with Count... What was my name again?
Insidious.
Count Insidious. And I brandish the knife like it's like a dueling sword.
Oh, nice.
Hello? Hello? Help! Help, please. Hello?
That's what you hear from the other room.
All right, I'm gonna have to find a different way out of here. What else do I see in this room?
The room is rather bare. You see a few like bits and pieces of what looks like artificery work, just like scrap metal and things like that. But otherwise, the room is very much a blank space.
Are there any like loose stones that look loose or anything I could like try to like find like a trap door or like a window to break or something?
Go ahead and do another perception check. Those have been going really well for you. So
all my rolls have been fantastic.
yeah.
That's a 7 + 2, 9.
Okay. With a 9, you start to look through, and it's decently dark in here, but you are you're scouring the walls, you're feeling them, and you're about to give up on that as you feel a piece of stone that feels as though it would, with a little bit of effort, be able to be pulled away.
Count Insidious always knows how to find the back door.
Ew.
Yeah.
That is very gross.
I want to pull that away.
So you are able to pull it off, and you see on the back side of it, it says, give a hand, and you may just escape. Not ominous, bro. What a normal, innocent thing to see.
I see 2 ways to interpret this message. Number 1,
Pray tell.
I go in the other room and I help the chap who needs help. On the other hand, I could cut my hand off and give it to whoever owns this place. Tough choice. Tough choice indeed. I'm going to cast Minor Illusion as nonchalantly as I can. And make it like replace my hand with a fake hand basically, and then pretend to cut that hand off going, oh God, it hurts so much. Oh God. And then the fake hand falls to the ground. I'm like, and I like cradle my hand. Like, oh God, I did what you asked. Now let me out of here, damn it.
Smoke starts to fill the room.
What's uncalled for? Fine. Fuck you. Like, wipe smoke away as I go through the door. And I kind of kick the door as I go through it.
Oh my
Fuck
God.
your door.
You like kick this door shut, so angry, and as the door shuts, we would see that the door had a piece of like small ribbon attached to it that was going across the room to where a figure with a hood on it is, as it pulls the hood off of them, and suddenly you see a magical timer up on the wall start to count down. You have 2 minutes.
These are
Count as... That's just the timer. I'm sorry, I'm giving more to the world.
But I'm Count Insidious.
Sorry, yeah. That was confusing. I give you that.
And at the time, like someone was chanting my name. Count.
No.
Count. They believe in me.
You do see, though, so this person is huddled in chains, as then around their neck hangs a conch.
These theatrics certainly are garish.
As suddenly the chains that are around this person, they start to and start to be pulled into the 4 different corners of the room. This person seems as though they will be quartered if you do not save them soon.
They have a conch around their neck.
Yep.
The chains are being pulled.
Yep.
There's the timer.
Yeah.
They are not wearing a hood anymore.
Yes.
Was there any other clue that I missed?
Nope.
I'm going to duck under the chains and
Yeah.
go over to this person's side. And don't worry.
Who are you? Who are you, man?
Don't worry. I'm going to see if I can get you out of this. I got out of my trap rather easily.
Oh,
Calm
come
down.
on, do something, man. What? Who are you?
Calm down. I take their conch.
Okay.
And I want to look in it, of course. See if I see anything.
You don't. You see a thing that says "Play me."
I put it to my ear to listen.
Okay. As you hear,
This man you probably don't recognize, though he has been a servant under your stead for years. You have always asked the most of him, but now he must ask the most of you. Are you willing to save those who you look down upon most in order to find your own escape? Or will you turn your back on him and continue forward?
Oh, you're one of my henchmen?
come on, man! You barely even recognize. Yes, I'm your henchman.
Do you know Terry, the manager of the henchmen?
Are you fucking serious? I have a minute and a half left.
Oh, right. Okay. Let's see if we can figure this out and then we can get out of here together.
Please.
Shush. Okay.
And then suddenly,
There's more to the message.
Yeah, there's more to the message.
I do not have anything.
There's more to the message.
Oh, the good thing the message paused for my little interstitial there.
You must pull upon one of these chains, holding it from continuing, and you must hold on to it for 30 seconds. The chain has spikes upon it that will pull and claw at your hands. Are you willing to give up what fixes your rump the most? He's kind of making a sex joke. It doesn't play very well.
What fixes... Is it a masturbation joke?
Yeah.
Am I masturbating my butt?
Oh, no. I don't know what you do in your
I
bedroom.
mean, he's correct. How do you know what I do in the bedroom? How do you know about my rump masturbation?
He basically explains that you have to hold on to one of the chains for 30 seconds without letting it pull further.
I look at the spikes on the chain. Do they look like they're going to mess up my hands really bad?
Yeah, they as the chain gets pulled, they twist. And so it seems as though they will essentially screw into your hand and essentially mangle them.
Well, look, I can't. These hands are the moneymakers. I can't do anything to injure them, but...
Are you serious?
Let me try something. I'm going to take my knife, and I want to go to where the chain's going into the wall, and I want to jam my knife into the chain right when it goes into the wall to see if I can use it to, like be a stopgap.
Yeah. So... I'm trying to figure out how nice I want to be to you. Okay, so let's see. So you jam it in. Go ahead and roll a strength check to see if you can hold the knife there.
Certainly, I'm glad that I used to box back in college. At university. Yep, that's a 16 plus 2, 18.
You're able to hold it there as you hold on tight. That seconds counting down. You now have a minute left. As suddenly the blade itself, though, starts to creak. It seems as though this knife might not be able to hold.
I am going to cast Repair on it.
You do so.
I got those spells, yo.
As you continue to hold, are you going to hold this for the full minute?
I used a spell slot on you, chap. You should be very grateful. Oh, yeah, I'll hold it. Hey, I want to save him.
As the other chains, when you stick the knife in, also stop. As he says, "Oh, thank you so much. I knew that you were good. People all around would say that you were, and I'd always take a stand for you."
Okay, careful, chap. You're going to say something that you regret, and then I'm going to let go of this chain. No one calls Count Insidious good. I'm the most evil man. This far south of the river place.
Oh, yes, I know
The
River
River
Place.
Place.
Yeah, the River Place. That's one of the places you named, and you named it
Yeah.
because it's so dumb. And that
It's
is
also
that
the-
is like a little insidious to name somewhere that people just can't have pride in.
Yeah, well, also I created the river place from one of my evil schemes where I flooded an entire city.
Yeah, so why don't we?
And also it demarks the place where my brother, who's more evil than me, doesn't come south of there because he's more evil than me.
Yeah. So you're kind of crushing this trap. So why don't you explain a little bit about what makes Count Insidious so insidious?
Well, I am Count Insidious. I am an evil genius, a master of everything arcana, even though I'm only like a level 4. Very wealthy and able to spend money on evil schemes that will get me noticed because I never got attention from my parents. My brother's a little better at this
what
than
a
me.
Classic. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
He's a little better at than you.
Yes.
Okay.
That's why he's north of the river place and I'm
Oh.
south.
Yeah.
He doesn't come down here because he knows that if he does, I'll cry.
And honestly, he's kind of like a nice older brother in the fact that he's like pretty protective over you.
Oh, yeah, he's actually a good brother.
Yeah. You're the one person he's nice to.
And I'm not mean to him, but
Yeah.
like I'm very threatened by him.
Yes. As the timer clicks down, 3, 2, 1, the chains stop.
Ha!
And then suddenly they start again faster as they start to pull and the knife that you're holding shatters, breaking away. They start to pull. No, come on, he did it. And suddenly you hear a voice.
Did you really think I wouldn't watch? I wouldn't know? I wouldn't see that you were unwilling to make the sacrifice, the true sacrifice that is called upon to save you in this time?
I spent a spell slot and lost my knife for this. This is some bullshit.
As this person's arms are pulled
I'm
wide,
sorry,
his
chap. There's
leg
nothing
pulled
I can
wide.
do.
No, please, grab the chain.
This
grab the
lunatic
chain.
makes the frickin' rules.
This grotesque sound of pulling flesh and bone.
Oh, that's
crack,
gross. Silence.
creak.
Cat silence. Cat silence. That's gross. No. I'll upheave my whole lunch if I have to listen to that.
Blood shoots everywhere, but you're kind of not looking. You're squeamish. It's totally fine.
I look up at the walls and go, that's on you, mate, not me.
That's eventually you're able to quail the silence as there is no more sound from this poor servant of yours. And
They prefer the word henchman.
henchman. Poor henchman. Thank you for the correction. As you see that the walls surrounding you start to bulge and move and then start to close around you on two sides, you go ahead and roll a perception check.
To see if I see the walls closing on me?
No.
I know. That's an 18 plus 2, 20.
You look around, frazzled, looking. There's no door that opened this time, but then you see above you that it's like an old, that the ceiling is made of this old weathered wood, and that it seems as though a bit of light is shining through it.
I am going to cast, so I will, I take off my coat, my nice coat, and I like grossly lay it down over all the blood on the ground. And then I'm going to lay down on the coat, looking up at the ceiling, and I'm going to cast Shatter on the ceiling. And I'm laying down so that I'm out of its blast radius.
Oh, okay, cool. As you cast Shatter, the wood all around shoots away. As you see room above it. You can't make out much of it because it's pretty dark, but you do see that that's a way for you to escape.
Do I see a way to climb up pretty easily?
You do see on one side like a laddered, basically like ladder made into the wall that you could climb up.
Okay, so I get up, pick up my coat, realize it's completely covered in blood, look at it, and just go, truly a great loss has occurred here today. And I throw the coat to the side.
It hits the moving wall and then just gets crumpled by it.
And I'm going to go for the ladder. I'm going to check the ladder for traps. Fuck you. Fuck you.
All right, go ahead and roll a perception check.
When the DM gets too excited for you to take an escape route. 19 plus 2, 21.
You go over to it and you see that the third rung looks as though it's a breakaway rung. But you're able to move past that one as the walls start to squeeze in and you're able to barely get out before your body is crushed.
You think you're one tricky dick, don't you? Not tricky enough to fool me, Count Insidious. You wanker?
Do you remember anything about how you were captured?
Like I said earlier, I was asleep and then woke up in that chair. I went to bed last night and just woke up in the chair, disoriented.
Intriguing.
Yeah. I mean, I do remember last night refusing to give money to about 17 unhoused people on the way back to my mansion.
Yeah.
From the very fancy bar where I was playing cards with my other evil friends who
Yeah.
were not as evil as me. I also remember yelling at a family of 4 that their children were being too loud as they were all playing in their own backyard and the kid was laughing. Mm-hmm. And I also remember berating one of my henchmen who made my tea too hot when I came home.
Anything stand out about that henchman?
Was that this henchman?
Yes.
That was him?
Yeah.
Oh. Not a great loss. Oh, that's who that henchman was. Thought I recognized that chap.
As suddenly
I was going to fire him anyway.
the room is illuminated by fiery torches as you see around you 1, 2 people, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 17 beggars. Each of them hung up on the wall, nails through their hands and feet, all in a circle around you.
I'm beginning to wonder if I am the most evil person south of the... Wait. Am I south of the place? I guess I don't know that I am. Anyways, what's going on with these beggars? Hello, beggars!
You see,
Oh,
they all seem to be gagged.
Jeremy, let me help. And I ungag the nearest one.
You ungag him as a conch comes out of his mouth.
Bloody hell, how was that in there?
Please help me.
This conch is huge!
He dislocated my jaw.
Oh,
This dude is evil.
hate to see it. Count Insidious here.
Let me put that down. Do that.
I have watched you for a long time. I have seen the cruelty in your eyes. But did you know that not everyone in this town thinks you're as cruel and wicked as me?
What?
These beggars held out their hands hoping for your help. But now you will need their help to identify and escape. How many can you save? Will it be enough? We shall see. Oh yeah, the trap.
This guy kind of keeps forgetting about that part.
Yeah, Condescension was like, oh, okay, yeah.
Here's how the trap works. They will start to slowly spin, but their spinning will grow faster as the time goes.
Do you have a thing for vomit? Because that's how you create vomit.
Each of them has a clue as to how to escape, though they might be unwilling to tell you.
Click. That's the conch ending.
These conches suck.
You throw the conch?
Yeah, throw the conch. Who wants out of here? Oh, okay. And I go to that chap. I ungag him.
Yeah, you go over to this rotund.
If a conch falls out of your mouth, I'm going to be very disappointed.
Rotund man. No conch falls out as this older man looks rather destitute in just clothes that are falling off of him. As you do notice that the room starts to, or the wall starts to spin. So you actually have to walk with him.
Different kind of spinning than I thought it was going to be.
Oh no, literally the whole wall with all of them attached to it is like in a circle and it starts to spin.
I thought each of them individually were going to start spinning. Like a knife thrower throws knives at you.
Nope, not quite.
I like this better. This is going to make it a little easier for me.
Okay, good. Okay. So now
I can give this chap a few notes about creating a torture device. Just makes the whole room spin in a circle. That's preschool stuff at old Count Insidious's house.
All right, so we're gonna use our handy dandy whiteboard, which people will remember we haven't used yet.
Which means we did use it.
It's just that episode will never be.
Oh, we've used it twice. We used it in a test episode and also used it in the episode where your camera didn't record.
Great. All right. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gotta start.
You made that
this.
circle
7,
too small.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
This
16,
this motherfucker
17.
didn't even properly space everybody out on the walls.
No, it's not. It's actually on this side. It's a lot less. There's a lot less room for them.
He started off was very cocky by the size of this room. I'm learning this man's psyche.
This person, so it's all spinning, spinning. As this person says, I remember him saying something to me in the dark. North. He said north.
Ah, okay. Now, which way is north? I actually have a compass on me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have a little pocket watch that has multiple things on it because I'm rich. I have tools. So it's a pocket watch with like a built-in compass.
All right.
So I flip my pocket watch open.
As you see now, obviously it's moving, but for the sake of simplicity here, that north is over here.
Who was on that wall originally? Raise your hand.
As people are spinning, and you see them all trying to think.
You're all freaking useless.
High or low, Michael?
Hi.
Everybody looks very confused. Even though the wall isn't actually spinning that fast yet, one of them actually does throw up in their gag, and so you just see a small bit of bile.
That's just gross.
Yeah. How else might you discover who was along that wall? It's a good question, isn't it?
Very good question.
Let's go ahead and...
wait. No. Hold on.
Okay.
I have a spell for this.
Ooh.
I'm going to go ahead and cast the spell Time Sight.
Ooh, cool.
Where I'm allowed to see backwards in time to see like what was in an area during a certain time. So I'm going to look back like to when the wall wasn't spinning.
You see, and like it's almost as if the room starts to shift backwards as time flows in reverse, as you suddenly see a young girl around 15 is directly north of you.
You!
And she's actually south this time, so now all of a sudden, and you like walk over to her.
No, I rush over to her.
Oh, okay. You rush. As you do notice that the cycle and speed of the room is starting to increase. As she you need to pull the bandana off.
Oh, and then she'll be able to talk?
Yeah. That's actually how gagging works.
That's crazy. I never really put two and two. I
The
pulled
more
the
you
gag
know.
out of her mouth.
You pull this gag out of her mouth. Oh, thank you.
No
Thank you.
time for that. Please, just tell me what I need to know.
Okay. He said, what did he say? What did he say? The answer is inside.
This man is obsessed with putting things inside people. And I don't approve.
And you hear that and you wondering what he could possibly be talking about.
If there's something inside my rectum, I'm going to be very upset.
You see suddenly a box come out of the floor.
More theatrics. Mage hand, open the box.
Your little magey hand goes over, picks at
My
it,
mage hand has a very fancy glove on it, by the way.
creaks open the door. Nothing happens.
I walk over to it very slyly, and I look inside, just peering over the edge as far away as I can.
You look inside and you say, and you see that there is a jagged hacksaw, and it says, and like in a note next to the hacksaw, it says, "When the wind is southerly, you shall know a hack from a hacksaw."
When the wind is southerly, you shall know a hack from a hacksaw. Do I see anything attached to this hack? Is it trapped? Can I pick it up?
No, you're good. You can pick
Okay,
it
I
up.
pick up the hacksaw.
Michael, are you enjoying your journey into an endless amount of riddles?
Yeah, no, it's fantastic.
Do you feel
You know what?
smart?
No, I don't feel smart, and I don't appreciate being made to feel less than anyone. So, let me make you feel like less than me. And I'm going to hold up this metal hacksaw, and I'm going to cast magnetism on it, which I'm hoping will make it so magnetic that all the nails that are in these people's hands are going to like fly out of the wall
Oh,
and hit the hacksaw.
that's cool. Okay. I am going to just. Okay. I'm going to have you roll an Arcana check, and you are going to need to beat a 10.
I handily beat you a 10 with a 16 plus 3.
As creak, and the room is starting to speed up, but these nails suddenly get pulled out of the hands and legs of all of these people as all these nails come flying as they all slam into this hacksaw as the people slump onto the ground.
That's what I think of your silly traps. And I throw the hacksaw onto the ground.
No! No! You think you can keep cheating this? You think you can keep cheating all of the people surrounding you? Insidious! You will not best this!
As all of the people look around terrified as a blade, or no, as as a blade attached to a arm suddenly comes flying through the room and stabs into that older man that you had helped. As it stabs him,
No, helpy!
and then it starts swinging like a pendulum towards the other side of the room.
Watch out for that errant blade!
As people, I mean, they're all very injured and also very weak from years of being poor, as another person gets hit. What are you going to do
Like
to try
lambs to the slaughter, damn it! What am I gonna do?
What are you looking for? Are you trying to stop the blade or are you trying to escape?
Where's the blade coming from?
It basically like a pendulum. It comes from the center of the room and it hangs down and it's just swinging back and forth.
Can I get through the hole where the blade comes down from?
It's decently small, but you potentially could be able to like shove your way through. It would be easier for somebody who's smaller.
Oh, you girl, come here.
As she tries to pick herself up.
Never mind, I'll come to you. And I go grab her and bring her to the center of the room.
As I'm going to need you to make an acrobatics check to see if you can dodge out of the way of the blade.
Ha! Good thing I took all those fencing lessons back in primary school. That's a 14 plus 2.
Yeah, with a 16, you're actually able to duck out of the way as it slams into the wall and then goes back to another person. But you are out of the way as you're able to pull her over to the center of the room.
Okay, girl. You're going to have to get up into that hole and stop this blade.
Okay.
All right, go! Shove her up into the hole.
You shove her up as I'm going to have you take over as her for a second. You, as this scared girl who has been kidnapped after a hard life on the streets, you find yourself...
This is the first time I've been inside in 5 years. And I'm only 7. I don't remember the last
15. I already established 15.
But this is the first time I've been inside since I was 7 years old.
Yeah, she doesn't actually know how old she is. As he... Oh, since you were 7 years old?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh, I got you. Understood. Okay, as you...
But I think it's been 3 years, so really I was 12. I don't know how old I am.
I don't even know anymore. I'm so confused. As you're able to pull yourself up into this room, and you see that it's probably going to be... Or you see that the pendulum, it goes up to a... There's a little lever that you could pull to stop the pendulum, but it is encased in a piece of glass.
Is there any light up here or fire or anything like that?
No, luckily you have dark vision, so you're
Is there
able to
any
see, but...
metal or rock or anything like that?
Oh,
Or kindling?
high or low?
Low.
Okay. Yeah, you see a small rock.
All right. With my +5 to intelligence, I'm going to take that rock, and I'm going to grab some like loose wood nearby, and I'm going to create a fire using the two of them as like spark. And then because I'm so smart, I'm going to use that to loosen like whatever adhesive is holding the glass onto the lever, using the fire to like melt the adhesive. I can roll an intelligence check if you want me to.
I don't need you to enroll in it.
This girl's a genius. That's what I'm saying. This girl is a literal genius.
Okay.
Like
yes.
Albert Einstein level smart.
Okay.
It's her big trait.
Understood. Understood. I'll give you that. It's gonna take some time, so I'm gonna roll.
Do I hear the people dying?
Yes.
Down there? Okay, fine. I'll smash the glass.
No, but I mean, it's it will work.
No,
it's just how many people you're willing to lose.
Isabella, you have always relied on your intelligence to get you out of every jam. This time, you just have to use brute strength. Yeah, she smashes it. You see, she's learning. She's got a character arc.
Oh no.
Look at this character arc.
Oh no.
She smashes the glass.
What a character arc.
Yeah.
As
she learned. She learned that she has to have brute strength. She has to sometimes power through problems.
This glass, grabbing onto the lever, she's able to pull it down as the pendulum stops.
I did it. I did it.
As she tries to pull her hands away, she can't. She's unable to pull her hands away from this lever. She pulls hard at it. It won't move. As suddenly these little blades come out from the ceiling, all pointed towards her head.
Girl, you did it! Good job up there! Now come on down!
They start to slowly move towards her.
Isabella, you've lived a good life.
She's just accepting her death. I love it.
Sometimes
Like a claw, it's a claw closing around a head. These blades start to close around her as they gouge into her skull. She screams out, "Ah!
Ah! Not my intelligence. That's my best feature. My exceptionality is all in there.
As her brain
What are you
is
talking about up there?
cut. She tries to say another word, but she can't as Isabella falls still. We will now
Isabella. I don't know her
transport
name. Go.
you. We will now transport back to
See
you.
some blood dripping down from there. Go. Oh. Crikey.
But she was successful in that the blade has stopped.
We all owe our lives to girl.
There are 10 others left.
Did any of you see which way this farce of a villain went when after they tied you up in here?
They look around at each other as
Come on, one of you must have seen.
I saw.
Oh, Jawboy.
I saw. He didn't think I did, but I saw. I can take you, at least to show you where he went.
Lead the way, Jawboy.
It was right through here as he goes.
Wait. Just point, don't touch. This fuck likes to put traps places.
There's a secret wall right there.
as you look at
All right,
part of
stand.
the wall, and it does. You see a crease within it.
All right, stand back. Let me inspect this. I'm going to check it for traps. I look at the crease, make sure there's nothing like gonna shoot out of it.
As you're feeling for like the creases and stuff, a woman approaches you. This like old grandmotherly woman, and she looks at you and she says, I know that we're busy, and I know that you don't like to be called good ever, but you saved me and my daughter over there, and I just wanted to thank you. Thank you so much.
You crazy lady, I was this close to firebolting you for what you just did. If I didn't think this whole room would go up like a frickin' torch, you'd be dead. Ashes on the ground right now. Back up.
She does. She definitely does so.
Next time any of you consider calling Count Insidious good, just know you won't live to tell the tale.
Boo, you're so
lucky
evil. Evil man.
There we go, that's what I'm talking about.
People say.
I like that chap.
All right. You were feeling along the creases?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. You find a small latch on the right side.
I'm gonna open it up.
You pull on the latch, afraid for the worst, but the room just opens before you. The door moves out of the way, and you see grass. You see hills. You see freedom. And then you see a sign nailed into the grass that says, "Those who have the key may never leave."
Oh, right. There's a key in my stomach. Someone said something about the key earlier, didn't they? Didn't the girl say something about the key when I was freeing her or something?
That one was that it was within.
The key is within.
The
Okay.
key is within.
And I've got the key in my stomach still, so he's saying I can't leave. Just because a sign says something doesn't mean it's actually true. All right. You chaps. Head on out. Actually, lady who called me good, you and your daughter go first.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Thank you.
Don't stop. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Go.
Terrified. You're evil. As the grandmother like wraps her arm around her daughter, and the two walk out.
All right, rest of you
And they
follow
seem
suit.
fine. Yeah, they seem all right.
Get out of here.
They all walk away, each and every one of them, except for Jawman. He stays behind.
What are you, the bad guy or something?
No. He told me, I remember him whispering, don't believe your eyes.
As suddenly you hear screams coming from where everyone just walked. An illusion dissipates as you see that they have all fallen into spikes and lava below. Each of them screaming out one last gasp before they all die.
That was a pretty insidious move right there. Jawboy, gotta be honest. Got my eye on you. I really respect the fact that you didn't warn anyone. Good on you, chap.
He kind of looks a little disturbed by himself. But go ahead and roll a perception check.
Is that room just like you walk into the room and you just fall into spikes? Or is it like there's like a walkway or something and you can avoid it?
I'll get to that, but roll the perception check.
Nat 20.
You notice that there's something that Jawboy isn't saying.
Is it because of his jaw being broken and whatnot, dislocated?
It doesn't seem like it. It seems like he's holding something back.
Jawboy, are you not warning me of something right now?
I think we should keep moving.
I think you should tell me what you're thinking besides that. What are you afraid to say, Jawboy?
Okay, I'll tell you. There was one other thing he said before leaving.
Yes? Out with it, man.
He said only one of us would get out alive.
Oh, well, that's very unfortunate for you.
He's right, you know. You deserve everything that you get in the end. Because you are a cruel, vindictive human, and the worst part of it is, you know what you are. You sit there in your ivory tower, laughing at the pain of those who are your subjects. You refer to your servants as henchmen, when what they truly are just the same as all the rest of us. Slaves to your vengeance. Someday, all of the peasants will stand up to you if you get out of here alive. And I hope that they rip you apart, piece by piece. But until then, you're gonna have to kill me if you want to get out of here.
As
Jawboy, the more you talk, the more I like you. Makes me very sad to have to do this.
Jawboy starts to pick up the hatchet.
I cast Firebolt.
He's about to run towards you when you shoot Firebolt at him, and he just explodes into blood and gore, a stain on the wall.
Truly a shame. Good chap, that Jawboy. Good chap. Also,
Indeed.
I can be judged. Not by some evil fuck like this who puts beggars up on walls and nails them and tears apart my henchmen. No, I won't be judged by this type of ilk. I'll be judged by a tribunal of people who think I'm evil. And that's all.
Indeed. As you look back at this room, and you do see that if you just move a little bit, if you like wall crawl along, wall crawl, there is a walkway that you can get on to walk across this room.
Okay. Hope my Oxfords don't slip.
All right, go ahead and roll a dex to see how you do.
Can I do acrobatics?
Yep. I think that's fair.
Because of my fencing. That's a 7 + 2, 9.
You feel your foot give at one point, but you're able to keep against the wall as you move over and are able to make it to the walkway.
Whew.
You walk forward across the walkway, and as you reach the halfway point, suddenly you hear a grrr as walls shoot up on either side of the walkway, holding you in.
Oh, come on! How many traps have you set up down here? This is overkill, mate.
As a conch starts to slowly...
No, fuck your conch! I won't listen.
It descends next to you. You don't have to listen, I
No.
suppose.
I refuse.
It, like, wiggles a little bit.
10 minutes later, I listen to the conch. Fine.
All right.
What do you have to say now?
You have avoided...
This fucking guy.
Excuse me?
Oh, is this live?
You have attempted to hide from responsibility your entire life. Well, it's fitting that you mentioned a tribunal, 'cause that's exactly what you're going to get.
As the walls suddenly break down, falling, as you see surrounding you dozens of figures standing upon bleachers, all looking, trying to get a good view of you, as 360, they're all standing around trying to eye as you hear,
You have always chosen yourself, but now those who you stepped over are going to be able to choose. Do they keep the same crooked, diseased man? Or do they finally get rid of the plague that's haunted them?
You think that they're gonna... Of course they're gonna choose to kill me. Is this supposed to be an interesting question? Because it's not. I'm evil. They don't like me. I'm a scourge on their land. What am I supposed to learn from this? I know who I am. Do you know who you are? Because you're evil, and you seem to think you're some sort of a do-gooder.
Maybe the lesson wasn't ever meant for you.
dun dun dun, dun dun dun, dun dun dun, dun dun dun.
This is terrible piano playing.
Fuck you.
Who's out there?
As
Where's the...
suddenly
I'm not giving you a tip.
you think back to the start of this, as you think back to that key within inside of you, you then look at that piece of brick that was hiding where you could have put your hand, and then you see in the other room the person who was pulled apart, and you see all the bloodshed surrounding you, and you see up in the rafters that man, the same one, the henchman. And then you look and you see Isabella, dun dun dun, dun dun dun, and you see all of the others, and you see Jawface, Jawboy, standing at the top, whispering into a conch, his jaw seemingly perfect.
You were so right, but you just missed the mark.
Hey, if any of my henchmen are in the audience right now, I'll give you a triple raise if you start causing some mayhem.
Now,
Fine quadruple raise.
Michael, I'm going to turn it over to you to decide what the people of your town decide to do with you as the Count.
Oh, they just get to decide whether I live or die?
Suddenly, yeah, a the 2 buttons pop up in front of each of them.
Oh, they all vote for me to die. He knows.
Without thinking.
Yeah, no, there's...
Each and
But
every
do
one.
I have any henchmen in the audience?
There's 5 henchmen who start to cause a ruckus. And they actually
Come
all...
on, chaps, you can do better than that.
They all vote for you to live. But it is not quite enough, as there are just dozens and
Did
dozens
any of you bring a
people.
bomb or anything? If you did, this would be a good time to set it off.
As
Sacrifice yourselves.
the walkway starts to open up, as you push yourself against one of the walls.
Cast flight on myself.
You cast flight.
Ha! Fuck your trapdoors.
Where are you gonna fly?
I'm just hovering.
Okay, you're hovering as as lava starts to shoot up surrounding you.
I can see out of this cube that I'm in, the wall.
You're not actually in a cube. There was no ceiling.
Oh, I fly out of the cube.
That's why I was wondering where you were
I
flying.
thought I was trapped.
There were 2 sides that were just open too. Again, yeah, you were not locked into this.
Oh. You don't even know how to... Yeah, well, you've designed a lot of traps. But you got lazy on this trap. I fly.
Okay.
I fly at Jawboy.
You fly at Jawboy as you're flying towards him. Go ahead and high or low, Michael.
Hi.
Oh, you were so close to being right. As you
Come here, Jawboy.
you hear in your head, I did bring a bomb. And he opens up his jacket. I'm gonna need you to make a dex save.
You are so much... No, I will not say you're much more evil than me.
yeah, you're kind of getting wrecked
Fuck,
right now.
dude, you might be more evil than me. But, like, do you feel good about... Like, what are you trying to do? You're gonna kill all these people? That's a 7 plus 2 is 9. I feel like you
Okay.
are much more of the people. Do you want to vote to kill
Yeah, I
this
don't
guy?
think you're flying at him. So, and you failed. And you,
Dun 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 dun
failed.
dun 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 dun.
You failed your dex save, so you're gonna take 3d6 of damage. That is a 10.
I'm very hurt.
As just all of the people around just get eviscerated, you collapse down to the ground in absolute agony.
Oh, God! You've resorted to bombs! Low blow! Blow up.
As the walls start to break down around you, what are you going to do?
Your little evil dungeon's coming apart, Jawboy.
What are you going to
Is
do?
Jawboy
though?
dead?
Yeah, Jawboy's dead.
Oh.
Jawboy blew himself up.
The walls are coming apart?
Yeah.
How did you all get in here?
All the people nearest you are dead.
I watched to see where people are escaping.
Yeah,
to.
you see people running. It kind of looks like a coliseum, so they're just like running up and trying to escape.
Okay. I run into what looks like an exit.
You start sprinting. You make your way to one of the exits as you run down to the bottom of the stairs and run out. Daylight finally breaks out before you as you run out.
No, perception check.
Okay, go ahead and roll a perception check.
I want to make sure this is actually daylight. That's an 11 plus 2, so 13.
You do see daylight as you're finally free. But you look around and you're surrounded by angry peasants, all looking at you, staring with rage in their eyes.
Now, listen here. Anyone want a job? Because I just lost quite a few henchmen in this whole kerfuffle.
And that is where we will end today's session.
That was so much fun.
Hell yeah.
We got some cool spooky Saw stuff going on.
Dang right. I love that franchise.
Yeah. Good job bringing it into D&D, Casey.
Thank
I
you.
appreciated that adventure. That was really good.
Great job. You mostly survived.
Yeah, I did. Until he suicide bombed me.
Yeah, that part was a little cheap, but, whatever.
You know what? He's a cheap bastard.
Michael, thank you so much for taking part in an epic adventure.
And thank you, Casey, for creating an epic world.
You got it, dude. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below about what saw trap you would put your D&D crew into, and we will see you in our next adventure.
Bye.